This is Hino's Sport bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping the foot on the what on the next. We keeping the foot on the what on the next. And like the Tibetan mastiff that I am, I'm applying what unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts pipes, man. Woo! That was bullshit and shit, bro.
That shit was trash, man. That shit was not better
Oh
than
my gosh, man. I
that
can't
shit.
fucking
That
believe
shit was sloppy as fuck.
shit.
We ain't gonna get that shit no credit. That shit was not better than Danny Jacobs' fight. Both fights were trash.
Shit, shit, man.
Roy Jones was fat as fuck, flapping around.
Woo.
Roy Jones was bad, man.
That's bad, dog. This
All he
bad
did all
business
night,
right here.
all he did, all he did all night was just hold Mike. That's all he did all night was hold Mike.
Woo. Oh my
Shit don't work.
gosh, dog. This was horrible. This was horrendous, man. This is what motherfuckers are talking about when they say fighting. This is what we was talking about, man. I got vilified. Tom Ross got vilified for us sitting here telling y'all, man, this was a bullshit and a fuck shit fight, man. We saw this shit a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
And Nightshade said it was, hey, it was better than the Daddy Jacobs fight.
What the fuck it wasn't? Both fights were trash.
Woo!
You're not
Look at
giving this shit.
Hussein Martial said that was not a draw. Listen, man, the way that they both was fighting, they deserve to give everybody their fucking money back, man.
Right.
When Snoop Dogg steals the fucking show, that tells you everything you need to fucking know, man.
Snoop Dogg was the brightest spot.
Woo!
Snoop Dogg was the best part of the fight. The
Oh
best
my
part of the fight.
gosh.
The whole card
Oh
was
my. This is bad, man. This was
yeah.
bad. This is what we was dealing with, man. This is what we was trying to tell them. We tried to talk everybody off the ledge. COVID-19 or not, man, y'all can't sit here and invest into a fight that just don't make no sense. And what do you always say? If it
If it
don't
don't
make
make
dollars,
dollars,
the
it
shit
don't make
don't
sense.
make fucking sense.
Yep. It don't, man. Hey, but you should hear some of the live streams. People was covering this shit like it was a real fight, man. Niggas was getting excited. They was hopping around. It's a lot of
That's
box.
the problem.
It's a lot of boxing fighters. They got a lot of explaining to do, man.
A lot of fucking explaining to do. And you know what's the sad part about it, man? You got a lot of these motherfuckers that this is what boxing means to them.
Mm-hmm.
Draw. This is a snooze fest of a fight. This is why I was trying to tell y'all, stop investing in these fighters that are past their primes. When I said old geezer, and a prediction, King strikes again. And a prediction, King strikes again. When I tell you guys old fucking geezers, man, he knows his sport is bringing you that what? That heat and that fire. And keeping the foot on the what? On the X. And keeping the foot on the what? On the next. The bottom line is this. Was this a real fight? It was bullshit and it was fuck shit at its truest and its most properest levels. Yusuke Knight can't stop laughing. Whatever he's on, I know he's laughing his ass off.
Yeah,
Large
man.
dose of sport. What is it? Deion Sanders said that was a real fight. See, this is what they tried to sell us, man. They try to sell us bullshit and fuck shit. And I've always told you guys, bullshit begets fuck shit, man. They don't go hand in hand with each other, man.
What people don't realize
All
is
to steal people's money.
what people don't realize is
Whew.
there wasn't real judges at the fight for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Since when a fight is determined off the unofficial scorecards, there wasn't real judgment at the fight. And when they announced the winners, the fighters were already up the ramp, finna go to the locker room. They announced the
Exactly.
winners, but the commentator announced the winners on a little card and shit. Bruh, all they doing is say a draw so you can invest some more money in this shit.
Whew.
This shit is trash, man.
Y'all
Both of
fight
them
fans
need it.
gotta
Both of them need their fucking head spat. You know how you smack somebody in the head when they got a ball head in school? They both need their fucking head smacked. Fuck out of here, that stupid shit, man. I can't believe I wasted 2 hours looking at this shit.
I told y'all, man. I tried to talk these fight fans off the ledge, but they wouldn't listen, man, because they starving for a fucking fight. The real Rick Tian said, Bruh, that Nate knockout was the best part of the show. Snoop had me rolling. Damn right. Snoop
Yeah.
stole the show because Snoop was rapping his fucking ass off, and Snoop was doing everything that Snoop was supposed to do, man. But
Bro,
I just gotta say this, man. And the prediction king strikes again. And the prediction king strikes. And they gotta understand, Tom Ross, we are 6 to 12 months ahead of the fray. We told them this was bullshit. We told them this was fuck shit. And look what happened. Bullshit beget fuck shit.
once again, man. We always announce this fucking shit, man. But y'all don't be listening. Y'all don't listen until we doing the post lives, man. Y'all gotta start looking at these videos and start making these shits go viral, man. We be on this shit, man. If
Mm-hmm.
y'all start listening to these videos, making our videos go viral, we can shut down some of these fake ass channels that be putting out bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Atlanta with him, I can say you cheat.
Mm-hmm. Nigga with large picture said, bruh, if people think this was a real fight, I got some land in Wakanda. I can sell you real cheap. Nate
Bro,
Robinson,
Nate Robinson was raw. Nate Robinson was knocked the fuck
he
out.
was knocked the fuck out, man.
Yeah.
Woo. Nate Robinson was lynched. That's all that was, man. They had to make that white boy look good, especially after that loss he suffered from that other previous YouTuber. They had to make his ass look good, bro. That's all
Yeah.
that shit.
That's all that was.
Oh my gosh, man. We keep telling these motherfuckers this shit. They ain't listening, dog. They ain't listening, or they not just paying attention, man. See, y'all got a whole bunch of motherfuckers that want to give you fight breakdowns, and they just want to tell you about the fight, and they just want to keep it boxing. You can't always do that, because when you always do fuck shit and bullshit like that, you're not telling people the truth. And when they say, "Oh, he knows the sport," you know what I'm saying? He's always cutting against the grain. It's you can't just always cut against the grain because you want to stand out. Half of these motherfuckers sound like they stuttering when they talking on YouTube any damn way. I'm not cutting
Right.
against the grain. I'm trying to stand out. I'm cutting against the grain because I don't want to be lumped in the cold with you dodo heads. You brain full of much of you brainwashed followers. I want to be the one that stands out in telling the cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth teller fashion. And the truth of the fact of the matter is, it was old geezers fighting. I don't care if they're
Yeah.
boxing. Old geezers look like old geezers. Look at these motherfuckers at the weigh-in. They was trying to hold their fucking belly in. This told you everything you needed to know. Roy Jones Jr. was basically needed to wear a double D fucking bra. That's how bad it was. And when you look at Mike Tyson has so much back fat, it ain't even funny. So they photoshopped the hell out of his ass and making you think that Mike Tyson looked more than he was. See the beauty of technology these days, and how technology has evolved, and how technology is able to make things look better than what they actually are supposed to be, man. That's pathetic.
That's the society for you. The society is not about what's real. It's about how shit look. And if
Mm-hmm.
shit look good enough to pass, it's good to go. It's kind of like LeBron James' career. This shit look good enough to pass, so it's good to go.
Exactly.
Nobody want to take the microscope and look and be like, damn, this nigga is 6'8", 268 pounds, solid
Mm-hmm.
muscle. He run a 4.4 40.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga play with all the talent in the world. This nigga get most of the calls. But he
Mm-hmm.
only got 4 rings, 10 tries in the finals. He's supposed to be undefeated, man.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll give you this. Maybe against San Antonio the first time. But he should be 9 and 10, bro. With all the advantages he get, he should be 9 and 10, man.
Facts.
That go to show you, man. Basketball, man. Just like boxing, a lot of this shit smoke and mirrors, dog.
That's it.
A lot of shit
That's
smoke and
it.
mirrors. And I
And we
won't
tried
rest.
to.
Go ahead. I won't rest until Kobe Bryant is getting his true respect, and I won't rest until my nigga Errol Spence is getting his true respect.
Mm-hmm. And see, this is the problem that we're dealing with a lot of fight fans. They don't want to accept the fact that when it's all said and done, these types of things exist in boxing. This is the dark part of boxing that we were talking about. Real Ricktan said they were gonna call the fight a draw regardless. Nate getting a standing 20 count all the show. That's all it was. Facts. LaFraud, the greatest failure of all time. Facts. The bottom line is this, man. When we sit here and look at this fight was a snooze fest, man. Roy Jones Jr. was holding Mike Tyson because Roy Jones Jr. didn't want to get knocked out. You know, when you get knocked out so many times, you are afraid to get knocked out again. And Mike Tyson was still tagging his ass up. But it's like I told you guys, they went 2-minute rounds. They still look like they were gasping because these guys don't belong in the ring. That's why they call them ex-legends, because they are no longer legends no more. They are old fucking geezers. And when I said this shit, oh, how dare, they disrespect Mike Tyson. How dare they disrespect Roy Jones? It's the cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth-telling fashion. The truth is not here to be your friend. It's here to tell you the truth. The truth is not here to tell you what you want to hear. It's here to tell you what you need to hear. The truth is sharper than a two-edged sword, piercing the dividing asunder of the soul and the spirit, even through the joints and the marrows, because it's truth. And if you don't fall your ass up under the truth, you are in erroneous ways, man. The bottom line is this. This was a snooze fest, old geezers fight. Even if they're boxers, old geezers are old geezers. This looked like you was sitting at a barbecue cookout and you was watching two grandpas duke it out. That's what this shit looked like. And I don't care what anybody tell me. It was just two grandpas that looked like they was just a little bit more in shape and looked like they could duke it out. This was bad. And the sad part about it is not the indictment on these fighters. It's the indictment on these fight fans. Y'all need to step y'all game up, man. Step y'all standards up. Y'all have heavyweights now in the game that y'all can support. Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and fucking Tyson Fury. And y'all sit here and go and fucking support Mike Tyson, a guy that's 54. And you go and support Roy Jones Jr. Now, if Mike Tyson was fighting Evander Holyfield, the guy that embarrassed his ass not one but twice, okay. If Roy Jones Jr. was fighting Antonio Tarver, the guy that whooped his ass, they fought 4 fucking times, whooped his rabbit ass 3 of those 4 fucking times, okay. Even though those are snooze fest twos, they would have been better looking snooze fest because it would have been guys that were in their natural weight classes. You got 2 guys that never fought each other, and then all of a sudden you're gonna put that on them to have to do that shit, and y'all sat here and fell for this bullshit and fuck shit. The indictment is on you fight fans, man. Y'all gotta be better than this. Y'all gotta step y'all games up, step your standard up, and start supporting fights that make sense. Leave these old geezers where they belong, man. They're past their fucking primes. Stop supporting this bullshit and this fuck shit, and support these young fighters that are fighting in today's game, man. And you got a bunch of these coons, Uncle Toms, pandering type of motherfuckers, talking too sideways out of their ass, fence straddlers. This platform here reveals fence straddlers for what they are, because we are absolute and resolute over here. No 50-50 over here, man. We do shit with confidence, purpose, and an abundance mindset. And we call a spade, and we double down on that bad boy with confidence and fortitude, man. This was bullshit. This was fuck shit. Biggie would fucking approve because he said party and bullshit. I mean, come on. What do you Rudy Poor and Plum Plum brains, classic Dolce and Troglodytes, ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric don't get? This was sad. And this is not an indictment on the fighters once again. It's an indictment on fight fans. Step your standard up and demand quality fights. And when you see this shit and this fuck shit come in front of you, you say, you know what? Stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense. Go sit down somewhere and what? Higgity fucking hush. We ain't watching that bullshit. We ain't watching that fuck shit, man. Go ahead, Tom Ross.
Exactly. If it wasn't for my subscribers, because I'm at a point I'm building my channel at.
Mm-hmm.
My subscribers asking me to cover it, so I covered it. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even cover that fuck shit. I knew that shit was gonna be fucked up, man. That shit was trash, man. You know what I'm saying? But man, 2 days in a row, I got hit with 2 trash ass fucking cards, bro. That's the reason why I don't just cover boxing by itself. I cover everything, because boxing can break your heart sometimes, man.
Exactly.
Boxing can break your heart sometimes, man. Mm-hmm. If it ain't the PPC card, that shit gonna be trash, bro. 9 times out of 10, the car gonna be trash if it's not PVC, bro.
Exactly.
The Danny Jacobs car was trash, and this shit was trash. But at least this shit was funny. Shit, crazy, man. It's crazy how trash this shit was, bro. Roy Jones, Roy Jones and Mike Tyson they don't even look at a pair of gloves ever again. They done.
I think that comment fits exactly what you're talking about right there, man.
The upstage screaming at 220. The zone done in my eyes. The Jacob versus Rosado card was terrible all around. Yep. All that shit was trash. They done, bro. They done, man. They done, man. And that's what they fucking get. They thought they was going to end the PBC. Look at them. Trash, bro. You can't make good fights without the PBC. They got all the talent. They trying to make all these people trying to make fights without Al Haymon. And they wonder why they shit trash. They trying to make boxing without Al Haymon, and nobody fucking with them.
Exactly. And see, the sad part about it is Mike Tyson and fucking Roy Jones Jr. sat there like the ultimate coons and Uncle Toms that they are, and panders that they are, and talk shit about Floyd. And look, Floyd was probably somewhere laughing at their rabbit ass. Because look what happened. When they came out, the guy said, these two guys look like they're only fighting because they want to check. See, this is what they do. They treat you like you in a fucking circus jungle. They treat you like you in a fucking zoo. And then they laugh at you in your fucking face. I mean, this is pathetic. I'm sure when Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. go back and replay that shit, they're going to be like, but you know what? They're used to it. They love being the circus clown. This is how they like fighters, man. They wanted to treat them like they treated these motherfuckers.
Yo, check this shit out, bro. Let's think about this shit. The whole reason why a dude get to sit there and commentate is because Roy Jones and Tyson decided to fight. They essentially talk about their bosses. They essentially talk about the people who's the reason why they got a job at the moment. Talking about them like they ain't shit. That's the reason why they love Roy Jones and Mike Tyson.
Get them, dog. I post this shit up. Get them, dog. Get them.
That's the reason why they love Roy Jones and Mike Tyson, man.
Man, you got to get this motherfucker done.
This was a PBC pay-per-view card at its finest. No, it wasn't. That was Triller. What is this? Exactly. Too much to
They hate PBC so much. Look, they comparing PBC with this trash. PBC puts up great fight cards.
Yeah, if anything, this was a souped up the zone. If anything, it was souped up the zone. It was slightly better than the zone because they had Fresh Montana came out on there. They had Snoop. And YG. They the ones that saved the whole card. That shit was trash, bro. That shit. If anything, that was the Golden Boy top rank, the zone level type card. PBC is a way higher level.
Woo, man, I can't help but to laugh, dog.
Put some respect on Roy and Mike.
Oh man. Oh man.
Fuck Roy.
There you go. You know, free flow though, you gotta get on his ass, dog. There you go. There you go. That bullshit.
They ain't my dad. I gotta respect them.
Exactly.
They put themselves out there. I'm a grown man, like they're a grown man.
Exactly.
They put themselves out there and they embarrass the sport.
Exactly.
They embarrass the sport tonight, man.
Exactly.
And they ain't do that for charity.
Look at free flow though.
$1,000 tonight. They ain't do this for charity. Are you fucking stupid? They sold out pay-per-view. Each of those dudes get at least $20-something million tonight.
Exactly. Look at free flow though. You can't be so blind to let it keep it boxing that you're willing to watch any bullshit and fuck shit in front of you. These guys are old fucking geezers. I don't give a fuck if they were legends. That's why they call it ex-legend. It means they are no longer legends. They are old geezers. They have no business being in the ring. Everything about them being legendary was in the past. So when they sit here and fight, we're not going to get what we want to get out of them. This is what we got. A bunch of holding, a bunch of gasping for breath, and a bunch of let me clear my throat. That's what it was, man. The bottom line is this. These two guys, they had no business being in the boxing ring. This is the problem with fight fans. And Free Flow Doe, you falling in that line. Y'all too busy wanting any kind of fucking bullshit and fuck shit fight when you have quality heavyweights in the game now. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. That ain't enough for y'all? So y'all want to watch people from Blast in the past? Is that bad? You've dumbed down your boxing viewership that bad that you willing to watch any bullshit and fuck shit in front of you and not call it out. See, this is what He Knows His Sport is talking about. The problem is not these fighters, it's fucking fight fans, man. These fucking fight fans accept any fucking thing in front of them. It's bad. And it's pathetic. It's sad. They accept any bullshit in front of them. Any bullshit.
Big Castro is back. Free Floto says, charity is charity. How much do you guys give to charity? They didn't. This is not a charity fight. An exhibition fight is not necessarily a charity fight.
Yeah.
Floyd's fight against Conor McGregor was an exhibition fight. It was a $300 million fight. None of that money was to charity. Y'all need to get a fucking dictionary of thesaurus, man. Exhibition and charity don't mean the same thing.
Exactly.
It don't.
Exactly. It don't mean the same thing. Salute to you, Big Castro.
Those two different things.
More like free dodo.
Get a fucking grip, man. Get a dictionary. God damn.
I like free flow dough, but he do sound like free dodo right now, man. We got to get on you, free flow dough, because you sitting here and you're co-signing this bullshit and this fuck shit. For someone who's a boxing savant, you're making yourself look weak right now. I'm not going to call a spade a spade.
His name should be Free Doodoo.
That's how he's acting. We got to call a spade here, man. You acting like Free Doodoo right now, though. We going to get on you. See, this is the thing about this platform. You remember,
showbiz.
Get on anybody.
He sounds like a showbiz the adult fan. That's something they
There you go. There you go. There you go. Showbiz pizza.
They do not deserve respect for that fight. They did not train their hardest. They looked like bags of shit.
That's it.
That shit was not worth $49.99.
No, it wasn't.
That shit was weak, man. Period.
That's it. That's it. Next week we got Spence and Garcia.
I'd rather watch old legends than listen to Young Bucks fighters not fight. Then why you listen to us? Man, nobody holding you captive here, dude.
So you prefer to watch Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. instead of Earl Spence and Danny Garcia? Because that's the fight next week. Is that what you telling me, Free Flow, though? You prefer to watch Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. than Gervonta Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. You prefer to watch Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. than the Charlo brothers in the event that they gave. You're picking those guys over those fights. Okay.
Over Errol Spence and Danny Garcia.
That's it, man.
You just hear the rising nuts of some old ass dudes. you respecting them off shit they did 20 years ago, man. They look bad, man. They look bad. Roy Jones was extra gas, like he said.
Extra fucking gas.
He was holding Mike Tyson the whole fight. They both look horrible. They both were sucking wind after the first fight. No, man.
Roy Jones Jr. looked like he was wearing triple fucking D's. Mike Tyson with all that back fat. You seriously, this is a disgrace to boxing, man. I mean, come on. It's a disgrace to boxing.
What you have is a lot of black people, when they watch the sport of boxing, they can't even accept who is what and what is what until a white man said this is what it is.
There you go.
White man told you that Mike Tyson and Roy Jones need to be respected, so you respect them. You don't respect Floyd like that.
There you go.
When Floyd was in his prime, you had black people hating on him, and Floyd was fighting the best. Floyd was fighting the best, or he was fighting the second best, or he was fighting the third best. Whoever was ready to fight, when he was ready to fight, he was fighting them. Y'all ain't respect Floyd, but we supposed to respect Mike Tyson and Roy Jones because they old as hell. Who told them to get their old ass in the ring?
Woo, I didn't pay for this fight.
How you know?
I didn't pay for this fight. Free Flow, though. I didn't pay for this fucking fight. I was watching this shit. Yeah. I was watching this shit off of the digression of what Tom Ross was telling me. I didn't pay for this shit.
Right. How you know?
Don't even come over here with that shit.
How you know it was paid for? You don't understand type of player like me? I got hookups everywhere. Trust me, I would never pay my hard-earned money for some fuck shit like this. Are you out of your fucking mind? What the fuck wrong with you, man?
Hey, man, this is the problem with the modern day fight fans. I've deduced you guys for what you are. Y'all just want to watch anything in front of y'all. Step your standards up, man. Be better consumers. You can't just watch bullshit and fuck shit that's in front of you. Be better. Ask for better. Ask for standards. These
Yeah.
guys are old fucking geezers. I don't give a fuck if they want to put on a show for me. I didn't even ask for this fucking show. Did
Yeah.
we ask for this fucking show? I didn't ask for it.
Right.
Who the fuck asked for it?
What people don't understand is holding someone accountable is not disrespect, man.
There you go.
That's what we fucked up. That's what we fucked up, man. And that's why I'm glad I raised my daughter differently. I would purposely say things wrong around my daughter so she could say, Dad, I don't think that's right. So she could know that she could always be right, no matter if she talks to her father. No, she do with respect. We think because somebody older than us, they can do whatever the fuck they want. And they can say whatever they want. And they can present to us whatever they want to present to us. Fuck no, man. They presented some fucking trash and they being held accountable for that shit. They some grown ass man. I'm a grown man. I ain't their son. I don't gotta respect them when they wrong. Fuck them. These motherfuckers got on there and they gave us some fuck shit. So they get caught up on it. That's fight was trash. The car was trash. The best thing about the car was fucking Snoop. Rapping some old ass songs from the 90s.
And we gonna address this because Free Flow though, you on the chopping block. He said, how long have you been waiting for Danny versus Earl or T-Bud versus Earl? That ain't even Earl's problem. That's these motherfuckers' problem. Danny and Earl, you forgot Earl was in a car crash. You forgot that shit? That shit would have happened January 25th. Instead of Ivan Redcack, it would have been Earl Smith. Earl Smith would have bulldozed and steamrolled Danny Garcia's ass since then. And then T-Bud. Are you holding the feet to the fire now, Free Flow though? Because T-Bud is saying 60-40. That means he's ducking Spence. He didn't want that free smoke. Because we know damn well T-Bud can't even sell a fucking chicken dinner, let alone a cookout. So how the hell is he asking for 60%? So you think
what are you talking about? How long have we been waiting for?
Come on, bro. Tighten up. Or Sean and Earl. Sean was ducking Earl until Sean couldn't duck Earl no more. Come on, man. You gotta come stronger than this, Free Flow though.
How long we been waiting for fights? But look at the Errol Smith. Errol Smith always fight real fighters.
There you go.
What are you talking about? We haven't been waiting on no fights.
He off today.
Last time I checked, Deontay Wilder just fought Tyson Fury. Last time I checked, Tank Davis just fought Gamboa, and he just fought what's the name that he just knocked the fuck out? The guys I watch actually fight people. But at the end of the day,
how are you sounding like you know how everyone thinks? Because we know how everyone thinks. 90%, 97% of the people, they think like Rudy Poor and Plum Brains. Classic Dolce and Troglodytes, ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. Case in point, look, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones actually has a fucking fight. That means 97% of you motherfuckers said this was good shit and that was a consumer-based shit that y'all could watch. That's sad. 3% of the motherfuckers like me said hell no.
None of that shit went to charity, you stupid motherfucker. This is $1 million. This is $1 million fight. This was I think at least a $45 million fight plus. None of that money going to charity, man.
He thinks it went to charity.
Just because and charity is not the same thing.
Just because you create a 503c and say that it's for charity, that doesn't mean the money's gonna go to charity. Free Flow though, you gotta tighten up, man.
Not even that.
Anybody can create that shit. Come on, man.
Nobody created a 503c. Nobody ever said that none of that fight was going to charity. They said it's an exhibition fight. The thing is, he doesn't understand. He doesn't have a good understanding. He doesn't have a good working vocabulary. He don't know the difference between exhibition and charity.
Yep.
You can have a real fight and give money to charity. Exhibition doesn't automatically equal charity.
There you go.
It's like when Tyson Fury won and he said he donated his money to charity. He fucking lied. When you look at the charity, he didn't donate no money. Prize fighters don't be donating millions of dollars to charity. Are you fucking crazy? You bought that fight because you thought it was going to be a good fight, man. That's
exactly. There you
go. Right now, you scared to hold them to the fire because you got this misplaced thought. You can't hold them to the fire because they legends. They men just like you, flesh and bone.
That's it. And we gotta call these motherfuckers out for what they are, man.
And Free Flow though, you sound retarded saying there ain't no fights. Errol Smith's about to fight Danny Garcia next week. What the fuck are you talking about? That's a top welterweight fight. That's a bigger fight than Bud Crawford had his whole fucking career. One fight destroyed Bud Crawford's whole career, man. Bud Crawford ain't fought nobody that that fucking acclaimed his whole career. So what are you talking about? There ain't no fight. There's sure there's fight. White people ain't told you that's a fight yet. You haven't even agreed that it's a fight. Sure as Matt Cutler tell you this is a fight, you'll say, oh, that's a fight.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You're waiting for some white man to tell you that this is a fight to go by. They ain't told you that yet, so you ain't gonna go by. But they told you Mike Tyson and Roy Jones would fight, so you would have bought it.
Deontay Wilder didn't just fight Fury how long ago? They fought twice, man. What the fuck are you talking about? This dude's off today, bro.
This dude's smoking
Levi
rocks.
Anthony,
Man.
there you go. Ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric, man. That's what they are, man. Ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric, dog. Because when it's all said and done, this is the problem. You see Free Flow, though? Look, here's your problem. I'm a boxing fan for years, but I cannot watch fights that weren't put on. That's your problem. You just want to watch anything in front of you, man. That's your problem. You don't want to watch quality. You just want to watch quantity. And that's the problem with fight fans. See, Tom Ross, I deduced this shit when we was talking about it on the live.
Yeah,
but a lot of them just want to fight anything in front of them.
Make them clarify. What does that mean? I can't watch fights that weren't put on. What the fuck are you talking about?
Basically, he's trying to say what he said earlier. He's trying to say all of these fights didn't happen. All of these fights were stalled for a reason, but it wasn't stalled because of who you think it was stalled for. It was stalled because the people who supposedly was barking for these fights, like T-Bud, barking for the Spence fight, but then all of a sudden, when the chickens came to roost, he roared for like a chicken barking behind the damn fence. He didn't want the fight because he said he deserved 60%. And he can't sell a cookout, let alone sell a chicken dinner. So how the hell does he deserve 60%?
I'm getting tired of
really didn't want to fight Spence.
I'm getting tired of explaining this shit all the time, man. Boxing is not fucking baseball. It's not basketball. It's not football. There's no boxing there's no boxing committee. There's no fighters union. Before the season starts, the players agree with the owners of what they're going to get paid and how the games are going to get played and what rules they're going to play by. This is all major sports. That don't happen in boxing. In boxing, that happens fight to fight to fight. That's why the fights take so long to make.
Facts.
Fuck up with this dumbass opinion that fights not happening when you think they should happen. So so a Mike Tyson fight means more than this. Even though the fight's trash, it means more than a real fight because these guys ain't fight the minute you thought they should fight. Who the fuck are you? They're supposed to fight. They're not supposed to get the money they deserve because you won a fight 6 months ago. Who the fuck are you? When I'm trying to tell you, you probably don't even support the fights. You probably freeload the shit. So who are you to say these guys should rush a fight and should not get the money they deserve because you thought they should have fought 6 months ago? Ain't nobody, man. You just one motherfucker. At the end of the day, there's no boxing union. Bro, you saying don't bring a white man in because your feelings hurt because you know it's the truth. Matt Kellerman said go fight. Matt Kellerman said go out there and support that Danny Garcia Errol Spence fight. You'll be blowing that shit up. But since he's not, you get to complain about it. Because you don't be even blowing up fights for your own brothers.
See, this is the problem with Free Flow, though. I've gone back and forth with Free Flow, though, many times, proving him wrong many times. Free Flow, though, don't accept correction. But see, it be certain type of niggas that just don't accept correction, man. They hard-headed, they stubborn. They just can't accept it.
Right, who the fuck
what you seeing in front of you is the Matrix, man. That's what it is. It's either you taking the red pill or you taking the blue pill. And right now, which pill he taking, Tom Ross?
Shit. Whatever pill he taking, he need to stop. He need to go get a prescription, man. Because this motherfucker right here, they supposed to give a fuck about him. These they put their life on the line, man. The fights get made when they fucking get made.
That's it.
They get made when they get made, man. What the fuck? They supposed to let these promoters fuck them out of millions of dollars because you want to see a fight.
See, this is the problem.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm the last YouTuber to go head to head with because you will never beat me.
Well,
Never.
free flow. No, I am thinking what you are thinking, and it ain't an arrogance. It's just you making it obvious. You
Yeah.
doing what every other fight fan consumers are doing. You're just watching whatever the fuck that's in front of you because you're saying that these fighters supposedly are not giving you the fights that they want, but you don't understand. There's a three-pronged monster element that's associated with boxing: economics, politics, pugilism. The reason why Mike Tyson and Roy Jones gave you the fight you wanted, supposedly, because
Yeah,
truth be told, you are fanboys of these guys, man.
yeah, what that fight? You
Yeah,
want to? He
y'all,
want
they
to think.
fanboys.
He
That's what
want
it
to
is.
think.
They fanboys.
He knows. He want to think about that fight until it was fucking announced, and until ESPN started paying for it. He ain't want. Then nobody want that fight. Nobody cared
there
about
you,
it.
there you go.
Nobody want that fight.
There you go. See, now I got to put Dallas Cowboy fan for life. I'm putting you under the carpet. You a Spence fan. You should know fucking better. You
Come on,
should fucking know
man.
better.
Let them get their
This is
money.
what I'm talking about. Y'all saying y'all tripping out, bro. Let these men get their money and let people spend the money how they want. That's the problem. You got a bunch of degenerates. You got a bunch of retards that's just spending their money however.
That card
That's
was weak
the
as fuck.
problem. Y'all got to be better, man. We asking for standards out here. We teaching you guys standards out here in these boxing streets. Y'all don't have no fucking standards. Y'all just want to watch whatever that's in front of you. Mike Tyson should not be fighting. He's 54 years old. Roy Jones Jr. should not be fighting. 51 years old. This is pathetic. And
Yo,
you guys co-signing this shit is even worse. And you a Spence fan, bro? Come on, man. Tighten up with that shit.
bro, they really not thinking because really, but we don't understand. ESPN got a hold on niggas' minds, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If ESPN would have came out and said this is a bad fight, this is the Roy Jones should not be in there, Mike Tyson shouldn't be in there, too old, they'll be saying that shit themselves.
Mm-hmm.
ESPN said this is a great fight, this is great for boxing, and now they saying the same thing. Should be told, no 50-year-old should be in the ring doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's just point blank. No 50-year-olds who look like they look bad in the ring. They were gasping after the first round. They could barely stand up at the end of the fight. Roy
Mm-hmm.
Jones kept moving. You know what that moving means? You can't stay in place. It means your ass trying not to pass out. I've been there. I've been in the military. I've been ran, so I started throwing up and couldn't see. When you can't stop moving because your heart racing and your ass about to pass out, and you just hope you pass out, so you moving to keep yourself conscious. I knew what the fuck was going on. He could barely stand up straight, man. That fight shouldn't have been made off health alone. And you're a
Yep.
black man, you saying that let them get their money. You basically saying you don't give a fuck about these dudes whether they die or not.
Exactly. And the fact that you sat here and said he knows your boy acting like he paid for my pay-per-view. I earned it and I spent it however. You paid, and that's fine. You can
I
spend
don't
your
give a
money
fuck how
whatever.
you pay.
We ain't telling you how to spend your money, but here's the problem here. You willing to see two black guys sell their souls for some dollars and damn near almost get a fucking heart attack. Because that's what happened in this fight. Mike Tyson looked like he was about to catch a heart attack. Fucking fight. Roy Jones Jr. looked like he's about to get a heart attack, but you sitting here celebrating this shit. This is bad. This is where we have to boycott certain guys and tell them, look, you are done. You shouldn't be in the ring. Go sit your rabbit ass down somewhere, and that's it. I mean, it's sad. It's bad business. I mean, it's pathetic. And Dallas Cowboy fan, I did not leave your comment out. You giving me Rudy Poo and Plum Brain shit. You know better than this because you fucks with the channel with Earl the True Spence. We know what quality looks like. And this shit right here was a milk dud quantity. It wasn't quality. So don't try to sell me on that. I know y'all on y'all oil, but we gonna sober y'all motherfuckers up real quick. Because we don't care if you friend or foe. Anybody can get it. And right now, y'all getting it.
Daniel Duval wasn't even on this fight card. What is he talking about? That's a whole nother. Daniel Duval wasn't even on this fight card. What is he talking? Listen, man. Listen, it's one thing to support that fight. It's another thing to say I'm supporting this fight because these guys don't give me these fights. Because basically, what you trying to do, you trying to cover up the fact that you was led to get that fight, and that wasn't really your choice. You was finessed. It's called marketing.
There you go. They finessed your ass.
You was finessed to get that fight. That shit was on your radar. A year ago, you was not thinking, I can't wait to see Roy Jones and Mike Tyson
There
fight.
you go.
You were not thinking that shit, man. So
There you
stop
go.
lying. These niggas finesse you to get that fight. And so you trying to, since you knew it was a bad idea to get the fight, now you trying to rationalize. Now you trying to rationalize why you ain't jag your money and try to make it like it wasn't as bad as what it was. Shit was trash, man.
That's it. It was garbage as fuck. And
Yo,
motherfuckers start telling the truth.
It's just commenting spam.
Yeah, it's just spam, man. We gotta get this
Hold on,
motherfucker out.
hold on, man. Let me get on my YouTube so I get this
Hey,
nigga.
I got this fucking ass up out of
Yeah,
here,
what's
man.
wrong with you, man?
There you go. Facts. He knows the sport. I mean, come on, man. This was trash. Y'all gotta accept this shit for what it is. Trash is trash. It's manure, horse manure, man. This
Right,
fight bullshit and fuck shit, man. Accept it for what it is.
it's not disrespect to Mike Tyson or Roy Jones to say this wasn't a good fight. They had fights in their primes that weren't good fights, man. It's okay, man. They had showings when there was actually real fighters that weren't good fights, man. So just hold it. What we have to understand as the people, holding somebody else accountable is not hating.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hating when you hold somebody
You think you hurting our feelings? Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Look at his selfie pic, Tom Ross. We gotta start clowning these motherfuckers. Hey, look at this dude.
This nigga took a YouTube selfie. God damn.
Look at
With
this dude.
the small, with the ultra small Jesus piece.
Woo. There's
God,
nothing of masculinity coming out of that pic, bro. I'm gonna have to tell you that right now.
you got an Android, don't even talk to me, man. But God, yeah, buddy said y'all some nerds. Fine, you know what I'm saying? That's fine. I'll be a nerd, man. What y'all won't be is a motherfucker that jacking his bread. Motherfucker jacking his bread on the fight just based off what ESPN said.
There
You
you
know
go.
what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah, man, it was funny, man. It was funny. I'll give you that. But it wasn't a good fight at all.
Trash. Straight fucking horse manure and trash. And we have to call a spade here. He said this wasn't a fight. This was acting, including the announcers. So many times, Tyson would start with a combo and just stop. Back in the day, Mike would have been throwing bombs without stopping. Facts. I mean, this
Right.
is bad.
And Roy Jones was just holding him and leaning on him, man.
That's our point, Rashad Woodard. Look at you.
Yo,
He said they both are over the age of 50. You stayed in the audience, you dodo head.
Right. They both 50. So 50-year-olds be fighting?
So why the fuck is two 50-year-olds fighting? I mean, come on, man. You dodo head.
Think about it, man.
This is what I keep telling you, Ross. We
When's
keep
the last
putting
time?
the finger lock.
Hold on. I'm finna break all these motherfuckers' necks right now. When the last time you seen two 50-year-old white boxers fighting?
There you go.
You want to know why? They don't have to, man.
There you go.
They get put in predicaments where they don't have to. They ain't strapped for that type of bread to be.
There you go.
They fucking lives fighting.
There you go.
The only two black men, 51 years old, will be getting applauded and will be expected to fight at 52, 51 years old and shit.
Mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers should never been in the ring to begin with, man.
Mm-hmm.
To begin with. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't even been in the ring. I don't know if it was fake. I just feel like the whole shit was flawed. Why they even in the ring? What like you said, what can you expect from 51-year-olds? They should be somewhere nursing their grandkids, man.
Mm-hmm.
Not somewhere gasping for air after the first round, man. These motherfuckers like this gonna die in the first round.
And see,
And
this
the
is the
corner,
part
and
that
Roy Jones' corner after the first round, they had they hit him in the face with the water like it was the 15th round. It was like, get up, get up.
Oh man. You see, this is the problem. Much respect to both fighters. This was a great what's wrong with your eyes? Great exhibition? Where? Woo.
That was a
Look at this. This was the best fight of the year. Oh my gosh. See, this is the problem with these people, man.
Nah. Some of these motherfuckers is trolling.
Yeah, I know.
Some of these guys trolling. No disrespect to the Mexican fan base, but y'all don't really know what a real good fight is, man. So when y'all say it's a good fight, I gotta take that with a grain of salt. I take that with a grain of salt. Y'all think motherfuckers there just swinging is a good fight.
Woo. Thank you. Don't tell me that they are over 50-year-olds at school. Either one of these guys will beat the crap out of 99% of the population. No, sir, that would not happen.
Not against
Not
each
these
other.
two guys. Not these two guys. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They would get folded up like a fucking pretzel. Mike Tyson or Roy Jones Jr. I'm gonna leave it at that. At that age, they would get folded the fuck up. They wouldn't be beating 99% of the population. Maybe you as 99% of the population, but getting beat up and whooped up by those old geezers. Come on now, that's sad. You can have that shit. There you go. Ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. Make sure y'all hit
Yeah,
that thumb, man. Make
yeah.
sure y'all donate to
That,
the platform.
that,
Make sure y'all
that,
subscribe,
that
comment,
doesn't
like, and
even
share,
that makes sense. That makes sense on the surface. That don't make genuine sense. Like
man. Mm-mm.
they're not
Mm-mm.
fighting against 99% of the
Mm.
population. They fighting against another fighter, right? And they're fighting at 51 years old, which they
Mm.
should be fighting at. Period. At the end of the day, you saying they'll beat 99%. First of all, that's a stretch, right?
Mm.
That's a stretch to say that you just know they can beat 99% of the people in the world. That's a big stretch. But there's billions of people in the world. And then outside of that, these dudes should not be fighting each other, man. They should be fighting
Mm.
nobody at 51 years old. Period. No matter, it don't even matter if they could beat 99%. They shouldn't even be in a ring fighting anybody, man. And trust me, Roy Jones don't want that Antonio Tarver work. He don't want
Mm-hmm.
somebody that's around his age. Trust me.
Woo.
The
I
truth
mean,
gonna
this is pathetic.
the truth gonna stop Danny.
Yep.
I
There
don't
you
give
go. That's the
a
comment. There you go. There you go. That's the comment I wanted to see. This fight was for the casual fans. There you
what.
go.
The only the only people who hype right now is casuals. They
This
hype
is
like
how citizens fight. I said two grandpas at a cookout.
they like two great uncles that's arguing about who grilled the best, who the best on the grill. And them niggas start fighting.
Oh my gosh, man. This was pathetic. This was pathetic. And then the fact that rappers of all people had to make this fight what it is, man. That was pathetic. But anyways, Tom Ross, what's your closing thoughts on this shit? And I'm not
Absolutely,
gonna spend all night on this bullshit.
absolutely nothing. The shit was trash. If you're gonna do an expedition, you're gonna do an exhibition, man. At least make it competitive. Um, Badu Jack fight was pretty decent. It was a decent fight. Other than that, if it wasn't for Snoop, the whole card would have been shit.
There you go. And see, I'm gonna leave with this. We're gonna keep the foot on the neck. He knows his sport is in warpath mode, so anybody can get it when it's all said and done. When y'all Rudy Poo and Plum Plum Brains, classic Dolce and Troglodytes, ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy ready to go this way, I'm going that way. Because I don't want to be lumped in the cold with you brain full of mush and you brainwashed dodo heads. And this is what this fight proved. It proved you guys were dodo heads. It proved that you guys were brain full of mush and brainwashed. It proved that you guys have no standards, you lack standards, and you just want to fight. You just want to consume anything that's in front of you. These guys are 250-plus-year-olds, could have had a heart attack in the damn ring, and y'all sitting here eating this shit up. That's sad. Y'all need to step y'all fight game up. Y'all need to step y'all standards up. Y'all need to step y'all level up when it comes to this fight game. Otherwise, when it's all said and done, this was bullshit and fuck shit. Like Biggie said, party and bullshit. And party and bullshit. Party and bullshit. And party and bullshit. In this case, this was bullshit and fuck shit. And bullshit and fuck shit. Bullshit begets fuck shit. And bullshit begets fuck shit. That's right. Dodo fucking heads. That's what they are, detoxing for life. They are dodo fucking heads at their truest and their most properest levels. This was an embarrassment to boxing. And when it's all said and done, just like Brian Stewart said, Tom Ross, he separated the weak from the strong. Make sure you guys subscribe to this brother's channel, comment, like, and share. Those that are new to this platform, you enjoyed this live stream, make sure you donate to this platform. Super chat, cash app, you name it. When it's all said and done, make sure you subscribe to this platform. We kept the foot on the what? On the next. We kept the foot on the what? On the next, man. When it's all said and done, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. was a trash fight. I don't want to see the rematch. You know we're going to clown this shit for the whole week. And when it's all said and done, trash begets trash. And like Maya Angelou said, when a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them. Mike Tyson is a coon. Roy Jones Jr. is a coon. They clown Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather somewhere laughing his ass off with this trash-ass fight. Any closing thoughts you want to say, Tom Ross, before we ride out?
Oh, man, I'm through, man.
All right.
I'm through. This shit was not entertaining. This shit was stupid as fuck.
Man, y'all have a great Saturday. Be easy. Peace.